Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, it's Robinson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Robinson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Kaepernick now to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yes.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good for the Jaguars.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Let's get off the field. Check three. Slam.
Kaepernick going to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski again. He was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
He'll find Lindsey here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right?
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Johnson, a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. 1 more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. at their own 24.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. On first down, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the
now Kaepernick. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. To throw, Kaepernick going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Robinson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Everybody's down in control. Let's just make plays, man.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still second down.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. Again, it's Kaepernick rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Kaepernick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Back to throw. Kaepernick dancing to his left. He may try and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
On first down, Robinson breaks free again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
The Jaguars are Super Bowl bound as we say goodnight, everybody.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.